Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, should I say, everyone. Just here to hang out. I have some painting to do with my art project here, so I figured why not do a little hangout, just a little talk if anyone was interested in joining me. So, I like to do some creative work now and then, and I find myself getting better and better at it, so I like to keep it up now and then. So, started, what was it? Hey, comic collector, what's up? Just doing a little original art and all that. Well, kind of original. You can obviously tell it's not completely original. But I read a book about 3 years ago by Walter Isaacson on Leonardo da Vinci, and it just inspired me, his life and all that, the art that he created. I really wanted to try and do that, because I used to be pretty good. I mean, decent artist as a kid, as we all tend to be. We're a little less judgmental on ourselves, and I just got out of habit, the older I got, and never could get it down. There's always one little technique that was just messing up. So I just gave it up. I just thought I was a non-creative person, that I didn't have a ounce of talent. But turns out the only thing I didn't have was a game plan, because I divided up a picture, just took I decided to try it up, so I divided up a picture, just a copy of a picture like this, folded it up into a bunch of little pieces, and a bunch of smaller squares, and those smaller squares are a lot easier to draw than one giant picture like this. And so, and slowly but surely, I gained some talent and skill. And now it's pretty decent. So, I just wanted to do just wanted to paint, but didn't want to just be totally in my own world here. So, if anyone here wants to just chat, have a few questions, wants to chat, hell, if anyone wants to video chat with me, I'd be more than happy to send out an invite. We can talk in person. Might be a little bit easier to keep a conversation going with someone else in mind. So I wanted to create this because I've done a few artist things like this before. I recreated a cover of The Death of Superman, Superman 75. Well, not a total recreate. I've done a little bit of my own personality. I changed one little thing, or one or two little details, because it's just a detail I couldn't do. It was just a little too small of a detail to do. So, but I'm doing this, so it's looking pretty good if I do say so myself. So, thought I would have had let's see if I can get some music going. So, does anyone have anything they want to talk about, other than a comic collector here, don't got anyone else chatty, Bendis' Superman. Ugh. Yes and no. I enjoyed it in the beginning, but the story is not what I was hoping for, honestly. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm just less and less in love with Superman than I was as a kid. I don't know. Maybe it's partly due because of John Romita Jr.'s covers, a couple of his covers for Superman. He can do. I am not happy with Romita's covers for Superman. I mean, no. I'm almost thinking about dropping Superman from my pull list and only getting keys when they show up, honestly. I thought about it a few times. Haven't done it yet. Who knows if I will. But I think I would still continue to collect Action Comics just because it was the original Superman came out in that, obviously. But I don't know. I'm in a love-hate relationship with Bendis's Superman. I definitely wasn't a fan of him revealing to the world, hey, I'm also Clark Kent. You know, I think that secret identities need to be secret identities and not who's next on The Price is Right. You know, come on down, everybody. Guess my identity and win a prize. But yeah, to me, it's just been disappointing. You know, haven't understand some of the storylines. You know, don't know. Part of me says, like, who am I to judge? You know, I'm not a writer. You know, they might have had their own method or, I don't know, point. You know, they might be playing the long game that I'm just unaware of. But that's also not an excuse, I'd imagine. Who knows? So again, let's see if I can get some music going. Let's see, here it is. Go to that channel. It's a copyright-free music channel on YouTube here. So get some sort of music going. Let's see. Just start anywhere here. Let me know if you guys can hear that. You know, trying to not be too loud. My wife just had some minor surgery. You know, she had some, well, it's her privacy, so I won't go into it, but she had minor surgery, so I had no work today, so I could be there for her. A little too loud, I think. Oops. Wrong direction. There we go. Let me know if you hear that, or if it's too low. So, but yeah. What does everyone think? I think it's pretty damn good. I'm amazed at how well the job I did. The water has been a fun challenge. So, but yeah, I've been doing some artwork lately, or haven't done it in a while, because I have to be inspired, I guess, inspiration. Even if I'm recreating pictures, I still have to be inspired by what I'm doing. But I wanted to do a Spider-Man portrait, because you can see down here my self-portrait that I did with Spider-Man, myself in a Spider-Man costume, but I hadn't tried to recreate a Spider-Man comic cover like I did with Death of Superman, so having a little fun. I'm definitely it was fun. I was searching through a lot of it. I was looking at iconic covers, you know, I was looking at Venom. Hey, Big, how's it going? How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. So, but yeah, I was thinking going, do I do Amazing Spider-Man 238? Should I try and do an ASM 300? Should I try and do other covers? But it was all down to how I could do how it came down to what I could accomplish. You know, modern covers are a little too detailed and complicated for me. I tried, so I thought I would try and do a Steve Ditko, cover, because the artwork back then was a lot simpler, less in it, and easier, therefore, to recreate. So I thought I'd try and do that. Thank you. Yeah. But this one won't be yours. This is all mine. Who knows? Maybe I'll create a print out of it. Sure that it won't be that much. Oh. Anyway, I have to put you guys on mute for a second. I have a phone call. So. I guess they hung up on me, so oh well. But yeah, it's been fun. But so I'm not too bad. I think I've done a pretty good job at recreating things. Yeah, there we go. Missed it. Yeah, so she sent a text instead, so. Like I said, my wife just had surgery. That was her sister calling, since she obviously cannot reach her because she's sleeping off the aftermath of the surgery. So her phone's off. Let's see, what should I do next? Should I try and do the water or the lettering? Fun. Let's do some water. What size brush to use now? There we go. We'll use this one for now. Hate it when my phone picks up my voice without meaning to. So anyway, anyone have any thing they want to talk about? Right now it's an open invite, open conversation. I tend to get a little focused in on what I'm doing, and I'm not the best conversationalist when I'm by myself. So not easy to do. I'm kind of a boring conversation, honestly. People would be, if they're looking for a riveting conversation, they'd get a refund with me. That's for sure. But new comic books are coming out, or they came out today. So nothing came out today that I wanted. So, but glad to see books are coming out again. Just, it's been weird not to be able to buy books. Definitely a change of pace. So let's see if I can get that music back now that I don't have a phone call. There. But yeah, it took me about a day. Took me about a day and about 3 hours to do this. I actually drew this up over the course of a day. Yeah, about a full day. Toughest part was getting him in there with all the water dripping around his head. All the water dripping around his head and all that. So the machinery was fairly simple to do. It was all the water that was difficult. Well, thank you. It's see if I can get the focus in there. It's called Pool Blue. Yeah, oh well. But yeah, it's called Pool Blue, so it should be should be a good hue for at least a base color for most of it. So it's definitely what I was after. No, I picked up all the colors. I drew it myself, and these I got from the crafts aisle from Walmart. Although, right now I went to go get where is it? A darker gray, not cobalt gray, but went to get a darker gray, but a lot of paints were pretty much out. I think that all this stay-at-home orders is either everyone is looking for arts and crafts idea to keep kids busy, or worst case scenario, Walmart's not going to be selling these arts and craft paints anymore, and so they were not restocking. I think it's the former. So I guess I'll have to order some of these paints and have them shipped to the store. Be very difficult to paint and all that. So now I'm going to have to experiment, and going to have to experiment with the grays, since I don't have adding black and all that. I've never been very good at doing that, especially when it comes to large scale, massive amount of color. Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking for, like a charcoal gray, although I can't figure out what it is. It's let's see. No. Here it is. Granite gray. That's what I was looking for. They didn't have granite gray. They had pewter gray, which is good enough. Like I said, I can add some white or black as needed to try and create the hue that I want. Yeah. So definitely there. So hope everyone is not bored out of their mind watching me paint. It's kind of like it's the opposite, I guess, of watching paint dry. So, but if anyone, like I said, anyone out there wants to, hang out and chat and video for a few minutes, might actually help keep the conversation going, just send me a DM here on Instagram, and I could send you an invite. So this is be fun. Now, I know I tend to kind of paint by numbers in how I paint. So now the question is, do I do an all blue down here and then add the different hues to it in the cover, or do I try and should I paint it? Do you think I should paint it all blue and then create the different hues, or should I try and match the tones individually? That's my next dilemma. It's interesting to do what to do. I like to use acrylic paint so it dries the quickest, although sometimes it just doesn't dry as quick as you want it to. Well, that's glad. I'm glad. I'm glad, Bake. You know, I can be nothing much to go on. Like I said, the biggest problem I have is conversation. No problem. No problem at all. Normally I would send out other invites, but I just didn't know if this would be the kind of thing someone wanted to hang out on. You know, I've created other these comic book chat videos, but I didn't contact anyone this time ahead. So I just figured if anyone wanted to join, they could join, or you know, chat like this. So, but thank you everyone for coming. You know, I wasn't missing a thing or two, and I wish that I could I guess the good thing about the blue is if I overdo the lines just a little bit, it looks natural because, hey, it's water. Water can be very difficult to paint, but also forgiving if you screw up just a little bit. Hey, I'm not going to judge. I watched every single episode of what was that? What's that show that had Blake Shelton on it? The Voice. There we go. I watched every single episode of The Voice for the first 4 seasons before I had other things I wanted to watch. But no, I have my own guilty pleasures. You know, my brother and I watched Charmed growing up. You know, and things that are a little more graphically not designed for our demographic, I guess. I'm not sure. So we all have those don't judge me things, you know. Some of the books he reads are his own pleasure, and I don't judge him for it. Partly because I don't want to be judged in myself, so I give him the respect he wants, or he gets, and he gets the respect I get. So this will be fun. I always enjoy taking a step back and seeing how it develops. I'm not very good at shading. That's the one thing that no matter how hard I try, I just haven't seemed to get better at it. Okay, I'm happy I actually be able to get better at it. I'm still trying to do it, but I'm more of the my artistic style is no shadow and sharp outlines. Partly because that's just the easiest thing for me to do. So that's my artistic style. I mean, nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I do agree with you that the cast was pretty hot. My favorite, the hottest one was Paige. I love Paige. So I absolutely love Paige. She was the hot one to me. Then Phoebe, Piper, and then Prue. I was actually, you know, don't tell the actress this, but I was actually glad when Prue, wasn't on the show anymore. They made a much better cast after the fact. So, but yeah, Smallville is actually pretty good too. I love Smallville, Superman. I watch that show every day. In fact, I'm currently rewatching it on Hulu. I'm halfway through season 3. But yeah, I'm binge watching Smallville. You know, from the pilot all the way to the series finale, I'll watch it. So I love it. What's not to love about Superman? But yeah, my guilty shows growing up, I loved CSI. I mean, CSI New York, that was my favorite. I loved Danny and Mac. You know, cast was pretty good. And Lindsay. Loved Lindsay when she came on. And yeah, it's pretty cool shows. Yeah, I need. Oops. Gotta knock myself out with a paintbrush. That'd be interesting. Gotta get these smaller details. So I like that I can find a way to make my hobbies blend in together. You know, I mean, that's why I like comic books so much now. It combines art. It combines my art. It combines my love of reading, and it's a good story. You know, sometimes there can be a little history involved. You know, superheroes. So definitely found a good way to make my hobbies blend in or merge. But that is looking really good. Yeah, I can tell already. I'm down to one person watching. Two people, depends on which screen I'm looking at. It's all, I understand. Frankly, I didn't expect anyone to be watching mostly. Although it would be nice to have more people. But I'm not the most engaging talk. I know that for sure. People can definitely get a better conversation somewhere else. That's for sure. But I do what I can. If I run out of things to talk about, we'll just end the conversation. So. But anyway. Hey, Bake, if you're still there, do you think I should do the water down here in one color and then change the hues to match? Or do you think I should do like a paint by number, where I only do, or try and only do that hue? Right now I'm just getting the base of the water in. I don't know what exactly I'll do. Maybe it might just be my artistic take where I do the water just one shade instead of trying to do all the shades. I do not know what I plan on doing yet. Like I said, this might be a recreation the best I can, but I will have done some small changes, like the fact that I cut off this portion of the picture to better fit this ratio, the ratio of the canvas, because it would be not very good to have Spider-Man very distorted. It's a lot harder to get things done right when you don't have the right size dimensions. So there we go. But thank you everyone for joining me who are watching this or for any length of time. I understand it's not the most fun thing to watch. we can discuss more. We can discuss other comic books. So yeah, if anyone has anything they want to talk about, any questions they want to ask, you know, I'm glad that next week Spider-Man comes back. You know, will be published ASM 43. So I'll be really happy to have my Spider-Man back with new comics coming out. Hasn't been the same without a new comic book coming out. Although on the bright side, I have been getting a lot of older back issues. So, including my, for those of you who have missed it, you know, haven't been watching recently, got an Amazing Spider-Man #1, coverless CGC, but hey, I got him ASM 1. This is an awesome to have. I love having that book. You know, now I have 1, 3, 4, and 5 of the early issues, including the single page of AF-15. So I just need to get #2 back. We're good as gold. Need to get that. There we go. That fixed it. Let's see. What else do I need to do over here? Well, next up on the water is over here. So, yeah. If anyone has any questions, you know, ask away. You know, I have very few things I won't talk about, but it's mostly all personal stuff that doesn't relate to that's not my business to tell anyone else about. But we all have those things, obviously. Although, I got a comment on one of my YouTube videos today, a guy who said, named Ace, and he said that I was his favorite YouTuber, which I was like, you know, I was blown away. I was like, well, thank you. I mean, I'm nothing compared to Reggie or, you know, a boy who had 7, Discovery Bay. I mean, my channel is limited compared to theirs, you know, so it's like, to be told that I'm somebody's favorite YouTuber is like, I'm deeply honored. Thank you very much. So that was definitely a bright side for me. So you know, that's how I want to get that just right. Don't want to won't be difficult to correct where I put paint where it shouldn't go, but not the easiest thing to do because I have to paint over it with a few layers of white. Not the funnest thing to do. That's for sure. But yeah, 2.5, 3 years ago, I read a book on Leonardo da Vinci, and it inspired me to try and do some more artwork. I mean, I've been a mediocre. I mean, there had to be, you know, if I graded myself on a CGC scale before I started getting into artwork again, I would have graded myself at like a 1.8 to 2.5. You know, there are a lot of people that would be a hell of a lot worse than me, but I did not consider myself good at all. But I was surprised. Amazing what you can do when you figure out a method. You know, I'm not the kind of artist that can just take a brush and a blank canvas and start going like this and create this. I have to recreate it one little square at a time. divide the picture up into squares, and one little square at a time. But it works for me. I hate these commercials on YouTube. I hope you guys can hear the music. Otherwise, the only thing you're hearing is the sound of my voice. I know I don't have that sultry voice that others might have, where it makes it bearable to listen to it. So, but yeah. Anyone watch any good TV lately? I've been watching, like I said, some Disney Plus. I watched the Spider-Man series. That I watched, at least half the episodes as a kid. It was fun to watch the whole thing, all 60 some episodes. Watched a few of Spider-Man Unlimited, but that wasn't my cup of tea. I just couldn't quite get into that show. Maybe it was that whole bestial thing. Hey, Mark, how's it going? I do appreciate it. Thank you. I work very hard on it. It's I'm very happy with the work, or should I say the end result, which I guess is the only thing that really matters in the end, is how well the job you how you feel about it. It's good to have other people put their sense in. Gotta make sure I get the right yeah. Don't want to have to paint over because I didn't get an area just the way I wanted it to. Don't like to paint backwards or swim backwards. Will if I have to, but I prefer to avoid it. Yeah, but no. Something to do while my wife sleeps. She had some surgery today, minor surgery. Went well, longer than expected due to scarring tissue, but so while she's sleeping, I have nothing to do but spend time with my comics or artwork. So my son's watching movies. He didn't want to play, so that's cool. I can get lost and do this kind of thing all day. In fact, I think there was one day where I did nothing but paint. Man, that was to stand up after that was achy feet. It's like, oh, I should have stretched more often. So, but looking pretty good from your guys' perspective. It looked cool black and white. In fact, I almost toyed with the idea of leaving it black and white just to see how good it looked. But this is going to look even better once it's been colored. So, I can't wait. Of course, I think I'm going to be at this one for longer than usual because of the detail involved. I don't usually go too complicated in my paintings just because I want to get them done quicker. But this one, I don't mind the extra days it'll take, if that. So I drew out the picture, and then I traced over the lines with Sharpie because, like I said, my style involves lines. Other artists, involve blending in and without lines, and that's good. I mean, we're talking about comic books too, so a darker outline is not a bad thing. I guess I have a comic book, graphic novel sense of artistic capability. That's my style. I don't think I could be a artist for Marvel or DC because I don't work that fast at it. I'm a slow but steady person, so I couldn't be. You wouldn't want me working on a deadline. It wouldn't look good. At least when it comes to art, I'm too picky, and no, because I redrew his face at least 4 times, before I had an angle that was 95% satisfactory to me. I still couldn't, get that one 100% the way I wanted to, and I was working at that one for much longer. Oh well. Spider-Man and the other figures in the corners always look more ridiculous than they mean to. It's like the exaggerated features, so oh well. I got a Steve Ditko Spider-Man up here and a Todd McFarlane Spider-Man up here. That's kind of how it turned out. But looking good. Looking good. I thought about time-lapsing this video like I did. I time-lapsed the creation of my self-portrait over here. And I thought about doing it for this one. But I just knew the time that was involved. It just wasn't going to be... It would have been too long to do. The amount of footage I have to go through to shorten it down to a... Hell, say 30-minute video would have been something. I took out a lot of footage and sped up the rest. Doing that painting. Who knows? Maybe I'll try and download these videos here and do it in the future. We won't do this for too much longer. It's already been 45 minutes. So about at the hour mark, we'll go ahead and sign off. So if anyone wants to join me, join me, and I'll send out an invite or something. I can hang out for longer. That way, something better for people to listen to than just this. I've done this in an hour, so you can obviously tell how long this is going to take. Art is a slow and steady thing, that much is certain. I forget whose channel was it on. There's some sort of art 2-minute timer thing I saw for about 10 minutes yesterday. Rod, from Just a Weekend was on as a guest along with 36 Chambers. I couldn't have done that. 2 minutes my artwork would look more like Rod's than it would like anyone else's, because I need more than 2 minutes to draw or paint something. It's just, I need more for my art. I mean, I'm just, the way I do my artwork, I need more time. You know, I just need more time.
If I just had some cash, I'd get some treatment, maybe something more. Think you can help me?
Definitely need more time. Because I'm too picky for my own good when it comes to art.
Make possible man's innate desire to be challenged in a highly intense.
Fast forward that ad. All right. But looking pretty good. At least I got to have you guys get to see some look. Thank you again for everyone who stopped by and chatted at all. I realize, like I said, not the best conversation. And kind of a, I don't know, failure, I guess. Lame or frame. There you go. I couldn't do it. You know, you give me a 2-minute time frame, it's going to be lame every single time. Now you give me an hour, I might be able to come up with something. But then again, that wouldn't be a very fun video. But yeah, like I said, it took me all day from around 10 noon to about, so it took me about 8-9 hours to draw this. So like I said, I'd need a lot more time than 2 minutes. You know, congratulations to everyone who can do it. I, do not have that level of artistic talent yet. Of course, I doubt I ever will. I'm a little bit more of a perfectionist, so therefore I'm my biggest critic. I'm definitely my biggest critic when it comes to my art. Although I'd be more than happy to do some of these too for people, but it'd be a slow process, that's for sure. How does that? There we go. It points out. There, get that one taken care of. Well, yeah, pretty good. See if I can get the better. Yeah, pretty good, I think. I mean, a little bit details. The shape of the water is not 100%, but it's pretty good. And obviously, I cut off this portion of just the water because to do it here would just not be really good. Hey! Welcome, Ace. Welcome. Yeah, I saw, I was chatting with you earlier today, so yeah. How do you donate to me? How do you donate to me? Is that what you're asking? Or what exactly is the question? How do you donate? Because if you're talking like the what's that word I'm looking for? Those little crap on Discovery's channel, the disco. Those donation things that they do. I don't know. I don't know how to set it up for my channel. I mean, if you're talking about just donating something, I could give you my my PayPal, and you could donate that way. But yeah, hit me up again on Instagram, Ace. Never mind, not Instagram. Crap. I'm drawing a blank now. But I'm found in the same spot on Instagram.
I would use it, but like if a guy's not.
Stupid videos but yeah, are you talking about like just donating to me, Ace? I'm a little just want to make sure I know what you're talking about so I can before I answer. I don't like to put my foot in my mouth. I'm the kind of person who is pretty knowledgeable about what I'm talking about, or I don't talk about it. Or I make sure that people know it's a super chat. There we go. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I couldn't bring it up. But I know. I've tried. I don't know if you set up super chats or people just donate. I don't know if there should be a little I guess money icon in the chat box or something for the super chats. But if you want to just donate, otherwise, hit me up on one of my videos here afterwards. Comment and we can talk later, or you can always find me on my Instagram page. It's the same name as my channel here. Yeah, Mr. Comics 89, except without the capital M and the C on Instagram. I try to keep, well, I appreciate it. I did not when I began. In fact, here, I got something funny for you guys. For those of you who stuck around all the way to the very end, when I started doing my artwork, I started in this book here. This is a copy of, this is a portrait I did of Leonardo da Vinci, one of his paintings, I think. And this is how I looked like when I first started. Of course, this is back before I had my standard method. I slowly got better. I'd practice just doing the eyes and things like that. I had to work at it. So, but eventually, if Leonardo da Vinci could see my artwork, he would roll over in his grave. This is what happens when you combine Mona Lisa with a pig. It's not pretty. But a lot of practice, and I came out with this. Hey, Mr. Gretzky, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So, and what is it? About 40 minutes here I'll be doing. Oh, yeah. Hit me up on a comment later, or like I said, you can find me on Instagram. You find me on Instagram on the same name. In fact, you can also write an email to my channel. My channel email should be in the description. Both my Instagram and my channel email should be in the description. So if you want to get a hold of me, feel free to do it that way. So, but yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for stopping by. So now I just don't know what to do. I've pretty much done all the water except for down here. I don't know what to do. Should I try and do it all at once in one hue and just change it? Or should I paint by numbers? I think I should try and do it all at once and change the hues later. It will be an interesting experiment. I've never painted water to this extent before. I've avoided doing water because, while it has no real shape, it has properties that I don't want to get right. Well, you too, have a great day, and thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you very much for the compliment. I had a lot of fun chatting with you earlier today, and I do appreciate what you said. So have a nice day and have a good night. So. Looking pretty good. The hardest thing about to do this was to do Spider-Man because of the shadow and how he looked. All right. I look forward to it. I'll see you later. Have a good night. So thank you for stopping by. You know, hopefully I didn't come across rude. When my mind's half occupied, I tend to say things wrong. All right. What else do I do? Any more of the blue up here that I need to do? Yeah, I was missing a little bit over here. Some splashing over there. All right. Well, I need to start focusing on this a little bit more to figure things out. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, everyone. It has been fun, and thank you very much for hanging out for me for the time. I realize not a lot of people have hung out for the full hour, so for those of you who have come and gone, I deeply appreciate it. It means a lot. I hope you've enjoyed this little hangout, this little chat. Got a little picture of what my art looks like that I work very, very hard at. So have a good night, everyone. Stop by in about 32 minutes, and for my premiere unboxing video. So I had a couple of comics to show you guys, and I enjoy them. So come back in half an hour for my unboxing videos. So until then, this is Mr. Comics signing off. Happy collecting, everyone.